Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews 11:1. These next few videos gonna be off the chain, y'all, and I guess that's why I gotta try to do this introduction to get past the algorithm, and hopefully it helps and I can get this video out to y'all, because it was ready last night and YouTube just didn't want y'all to see it. Maybe this works. Let's see what's going on in Ohio. All caps again.
The Jennings family's Ring camera captured the horrifying moments that the Elyria Police Special Response Team broke down their front door.
Boy, ain't no way in hell. Oh my God. Y'all gotta bear with me, man. We're gonna come back to that. I need y'all to see something first. I was not expecting this. It's imperative I let y'all see this. Remember, Ohio, Elyria Police. We coming back, little man. Hold on.
Breaking details now on 2 Elyria police officers just suspended for violating multiple department policies.
Now, last year, they stormed into a man's home without a warrant and then tased him during a struggle. 19 investigator Mike Mason broke this story, and Mike is here now with the latest.
Yeah, that's right. Elyria's safety director found that senior officer Paige Mitchell acted recklessly and created a dangerous situation, putting herself, fellow officers, and residents at risk. He issued Mitchell a 30-day unpaid suspension for her actions during the incident on Garvin Avenue in May of 2023. 19 Investigates first showed you body cam footage of Mitchell telling a woman she could kick down her ex-boyfriend's front door to retrieve her belongings, even though she no longer lived in the home. Officers then tased and arrested Raul Ortiz, but the charges were later dropped. In a letter sent to Mitchell on Tuesday, the safety director said her actions during this incident defied common sense. He also said Officer Colty Hirsch's conduct went against standard common sense training, and he was suspended for 3 days without pay. Records show the department didn't launch an investigation into the officer's actions until nearly a year after the incident, just days after 19 Investigates first reported it. The third officer involved was in training at the time, and the chief found that he didn't violate the department's policies. Mitchell and Hirsch will be given the chance to reduce their suspensions if they don't receive additional violations in the next year. Mike Mason, 19 News.
Now, when I chose this video about them raiding his home, matter of fact, I'm not even going to tell y'all, we're going to watch it. I knew it was in Ohio. I didn't know it was these same ass police. And when I heard that, that's why I said, ain't no way in hell. I got to show y'all, because I already covered that story. Y'all know, links, pin, comment, and or description. Now, be that Lord with him. I had to show y'all that, because it's the same department. And what y'all don't know is the chief tried to cover for these cowards, man. Oh, man, we're going to talk about all of that. They went in that man's house because his girlfriend wanted them to. They literally broke in after he asked them to leave several times. They beat his ass, locked him up, and charged him with 5 felonies. The video is on the channel. I just let y'all watch a small clip. Let's see what the hell they did. When I did the title, I said, Ohio police raid the wrong house again. I literally did not know that it was the same police department. Let's get back to the original video. It's crazy.
The Jennings family's Ring camera captured the horrifying moments that the Elyria Police Special Response Team broke down their front door in the middle of the day on Wednesday. 25-year-old Courtney Price was staying at her aunt and uncle's home on Parmalee Avenue in Elyria with her 1-year-old son, Waylon May. She and Waylon were the only ones home when she heard a loud bang.
All I seen was lights flashing and smoke coming into the house.
Police also busted out 2 windows in the home, including this one right behind me. Take a look. You can see it's half boarded up right now. And Price tells me her very sick baby was sitting right below that window in his swing here. And after this happened, her son was covered in glass.
I didn't know what to do because there was guns pointed at me. I wanted to run to him, but I knew if I ran to him, they could have shot. They dragged me out of the house, put me in handcuffs. I kept screaming, my baby, he's on a ventilator, my baby's in here.
Price tells me police threw a flashbang through the window her son was sitting below. In a statement, police told us they did use flashbangs, but said they were only deployed outside the house. 19 News obtained this Ring camera video from a neighbor showing police throw a device that exploded at the home. Police said flashbangs don't produce a continuous burn and don't contain chemical agents. But Price says her baby's injuries say otherwise. Do you feel like the reason your baby's in the hospital right now is because of what the police did because of this raid?
100%. His diagnosis is chemical pneumonitis from the chemicals in the flashbang.
Police told us they assessed the child at the home and he did not have any visible injuries. They also told us, quote, any allegation suggesting the child was exposed to chemical agents, lack of medical attention, or negligence is not true. Now, I did get my hands on the search warrant in this case. Now, I'm not going to name the suspect because I'm told he's only 14 years old. But according to these documents, police were looking for firearms involved in a burglary. Now, the Jennings family tells me police have come to the home looking for this teenager before, and they said he has not lived there in over a year. In fact, they tell me his family now lives in a different home on the same street. Rita Jennings and her husband have been renting the home for the past year. She says police knew that the person they were looking for did not live there. But Elyria police maintain the address on the search warrant was correct.
All of our furniture is broke. It's now stained. They just walked all over everything. They even broke my stove.
Elyria police say the investigation that led to the search warrant is ongoing. The family says they're moving to a new home in Garfield Heights next week because they don't feel safe anymore. They also plan to take legal action against the department.
I forgot to say in this original audio that y'all are about to hear, it's amazing that these Johnnies said nothing is wrong with the baby. We can just take their word for it. Y'all suck at being cops, family. When the hell did y'all become medical professionals? Say if they don't mess up again, they gonna give them a chance to work off some of their suspension. How the hell you gonna work off a suspension that you've already served? Or did they serve the suspensions? I'm confused. I distinctly remember a YouTube video where they were blasting this chief for saying he wasn't even going to discipline these officers. Now, don't hold me to that, but look at the story up. And I'm talking about the first time where they broke in a man's house. They literally broke in a man's house. Why do you think they got suspended? They didn't want to do anything about it. Shout out to this investigative media team. They pushed the issue and presented it to the American public. So I guess the pressure made those violent Johnny Pipes burst, and they had to give these officers some pseudo form of discipline that they would let them work off. So if I'm going with what we see on the table, they never served no damn suspension, man. That shit was probably formal and on paper. This just took the soul out of me, man. That was a lieutenant who gave that statement that said the baby wasn't hurt. There were no visible injuries. I know that because if you look at the statement, when they flashed on the screen up top, it says lieutenant, leader, command staff, executive terrorist. Y'all didn't throw the thing in the house, but that's not what the video says. But of course, we're not supposed to believe our very eyes. We're not supposed to believe video until it supports what the American government is saying. When I tell you guys these videos are hard to cover, man. I was talking to my brother today, man, and we were talking about some situations him and I have going on. And the frustrating and draining part about it is that people just don't care about people, man. So I often say in my videos, this is not just content for me. This is not a way for me to make money. This isn't a popularity contest. This isn't some I don't have nothing going on in my life situation. I'm doing the same damn thing I think this particular and many other media platforms do. We're letting the American public know what's going on out here with these fake ass heroes, man. That's a baby, big dog. Now, I don't want y'all to be confused because my mind don't work like many I've ran into, I'll say. I don't think that child, baby, infant lives are more valuable or worth more than any other life. It doesn't work that. I don't think that female lives are worth more than male life. It doesn't work that way in my mind. I don't believe in the whole no women, no children aspect of life. I think every human life needs to be valued how it was created, and that is in the image of God. God did not say I created women and children, only babies, and then no. We were created in that image, and that's how I perceive life. Now, some people will look at me like the homie in the comments in the other video and say, why you bring up God? Because I'm a Christian, Negro. Hell is you talking about? Don't get me started on that. That'll be another video, but over here, you're going to always hear about Jesus the Christ. But what I do know about children and vulnerable people, I do think we who are not in those categories have more of a responsibility to protect them. Even the gang of cowards who attacked that home and the people in it. Y'all, men and women, y'all didn't check on the baby for real. Then none of your hearts ache like mine ache right now just seeing what y'all did, knowing that y'all actually did it. Y'all didn't. I often say in my videos, why y'all don't adult up, man and woman, and go speak to these families yourself? Why don't you go tell the media, yo, we fucked up? I bet it's some of y'all that want to say that and you can't. Got too much affiliation and allegiance to that bullshit ass gang y'all in. And that's why we believe no good cops exist. But like I said, the ones that exist who won't be with you long because you don't want them around because they won't co-sign your ignorance, your violent ignorance, and they will leave. You will either ostracize them or they will leave because they don't want to be around it. The rest of you are just part of the problem, man. Do you know what was going through my mind when that lady described what the hell y'all did to her kid and y'all? She wasn't lying on y'all cowards. Do you know what was going through my mind visualizing what this media platform was describing that these cameras so vividly showed? This was a year ago. I forgot how long ago that first story was. It took a year for any type of real justice to fake be shown in that case. I don't know where this case is at. Maybe some of you will look it up, maybe know about it. You'll tell us in the comment section. I'm not going to because it's really going to piss me off and I already had a long day. Do you know the saving grace in these stories besides God? Even though we can't see him, faith is the evidence of things hoped for and the substance of things not seen. You know what the saving grace in this story was? In both of these stories? Well, no, in the first story. It was a ring camera. 2 of them. Why didn't we get the officers? If they didn't do what y'all said they did, they didn't have on body cameras. I'm not going to get into that. I want to get back to these ring cameras. I'm always encouraging. I know I'm not the only one, you guys, to get ring cameras, to get dash cams, man. You need them. You never know when they will come to your house. Right address on the warrant or not. Still be at the wrong place. And accidentally try to murder your child or someone else in the residence. When I say this took my soul, praise God that this baby is still alive. Be safe, Americans. Ohioans. Know your rights. Teach your children to know their rights and know who these cowards are. Hold them accountable and never give them more access to you than you're legally required to. I'm Trailhand Bill. Thank you, Lord, for being God, because these cowards. Never mind the video. We can't trust our own eyes. Just believe what the Johnnies say. Thank you if you made it this far. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. If you care to go a little further than that, maybe even subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out a few of the other videos on the channel. Either way, y'all be safe.